Ooh, I'm so sweaty. Hey everyone, and welcome to Christmas Day 15. So today I'm making a video which I am extremely passionate about. And so it's all about how to stop food restrictions and get out of that diet mentality. Just see those sleigh bells jingling, ring, tingle, tingle. And I'm also going to be showing you all what I eat in a day so you guys can get an example of how I eat healthy but also balanced and not restrictive, and I eat enough to fuel my body properly. Also today I'm not really doing any workouts. It's just going to be like a chill day because I've just done so much this week. I just kind of need a bit of a breather today. This isn't going to be like another sit down chat video. I'm going to try and, you know, make it as entertaining but also informative as I can. You guys obviously know my channel is all about health and fitness and looking after yourself, and I've had a few messages recently about girls who want to start eating healthy but they feel like they're restricting themselves, or they're scared to eat more or eat certain foods. And yeah, I just want to make this video to help you guys and give you some advice throughout it as well. I'm not telling you all what to eat, I'm just trying to give you my advice. So let's go make breakfast and then I'll get into the advice. Don't mind the attire, I'm just wearing a bit of a beach outfit because it's hot. So firstly, I just want to quickly address where all this restrictive behaviours come from. Just a quick example of my story. I became too obsessed with healthy eating because I was so worried about how I look and that I wanted to have a perfectly lean and shredded body because that's what I saw on Instagram and that's just what I thought I needed to have. So that led me to think I could never have the certain foods and I could only have healthy, no sugar, thing like that. If this is something you're struggling with, I want you to think about why you're not eating certain foods or why you're choosing to eat this way. Is it for a legitimate reason that you're actually like intolerant or allergic to something, or is it because of some sort of body image? And so the sooner you realize that and think about like why this is happening, the sooner you can work on improving that and not letting that control your life. What I want you to do is maybe get out the notes on your phone or get a little book or something, and I want you to write down what your goal is that is kind of creating this behavior. Is it physique wise? Is it health and fitness wise? And then I want you to list some of the foods that you think you shouldn't be eating or that you don't want to eat because you think it's not going to get you to your goals. And then just think about like what's the worst that's going to happen if I do eat one of these every now and then. Alright, so now that that's out the way and you've like written that down, first of all I just want to start off by saying that we only have one life. Of course, like being healthy and fit and having a long, happy, healthy life is definitely a goal for me and for many other people, but is it really worth having such a food obsessed mindset, thinking about what you can have and what you can't have, feeling awkward in like group situations where they're all eating one thing and you don't want to eat it because you think it's going to do this to you? Is it really worth it in the long run? In 30 years time, do you genuinely want to, or do you think you'll still be living and thinking like this? Just want to address on one thing which I hear a lot is girls are afraid of eating certain things because they're worried it will make them gain weight. The only way you're going to gain weight is if you eat more than what you burn. And sometimes gaining weight can actually be a really positive thing, especially if you're a teenager and if you eat like fairly healthy and then you decide, you know what, I want to have a piece of cake today, I want to have some lollies. They're not going to make you gain weight unless you eat it excessively for a long period of time. I want you guys to be able to think of everything, not as good food and bad food. Everything is just food. Whether you want to eat, you know, 80% healthy, 20% unhealthy, or 50-50, whatever you really care about is fine. So that's my first little portion of advice. One little thing that you ate in one day, or a meal, or if you had a whole day of less nutritious food, It's not the end of the world. Again, it's one day in your huge, long lifetime. And gaining weight should be nothing to be afraid of, especially if you're underweight or not in a healthy weight range currently. But now I want to talk about breakfast. So this is an example of a breakfast I'll make if I have like a fair amount of time in the morning. They're high in protein, they're balanced, they got carbs, protein and fat in them. I love making it. I've been making it for years and it's good for me, but it also isn't heaps restrictive where I'm just eating like, you know, a little carrot stick for breakfast. Having breakfast is such an important thing, especially if you're, you know, looking to have a more maintainable approach to healthy eating. Next up, I want to address the term cheat meal. So it's often a little term or thing people do as a way to stop restrictive eating. However, I don't really like that term because it kind of is like you're gonna eat healthy for a certain amount of time and then one day you're just gonna binge on whatever you can, feel sick, and then go healthy again and just complete this cycle. I prefer to think of food, as I said before, as just what you eat in a day. No matter what it is, no matter if it's all nutritious or not, it's all part of what you eat in a day and it all needs to add up to make sure it meets your BMR and it's your basal metabolic rate. So what's the minimum amount of food you need to eat to make sure you're supporting your body with its basic functions. And so if you're not eating enough to meet that, first of all, then that can cause some damaging effects like losing your period, irregular cycles, hair loss, bone damage, all of that stuff. So you need to make sure you're eating enough for that every single day. It doesn't need to be perfectly clean and healthy. Yes, it's good to eat your vegetables and your fruit and low GI carbs, but every now and then it's not going to hurt you. If you want to have pizza, if you want to have unhealthy food, make it part of your day. So what I challenge you guys to do is one day, say if your family cooks something, you got family over, you know, Christmas lunch, and if there's cake or a food that you normally would eat, but because you're kind of restricting or on a diet now, you're not going to eat, I challenge you guys to just try and have it, enjoy it, don't overthink it, and let it be part of your day. And I'm not telling you guys, you know, just never eat healthy food again, and because that obviously is just not going to make you feel good either. But every now and then, especially if you've been restricting for a while, I challenge you to try and have something that you wouldn't normally eat. It might be a little bit scary at first, I know this. Once you just let it be what it is, you're gonna feel so much happier and so much more relaxed. You're gonna be able to eat what you want to eat. Still obviously, you know, making an effort to be healthy and every now and then. But you're just gonna feel so much more relaxed and less stressed. So, just because I'm gonna be out tonight, I'm just gonna quickly talk about it now. So tonight I'm going out with Luca and his friends to a car thing and a drive and all that stuff. So we're probably most likely gonna get dinner out or gonna have dinner at Luca's house. I don't really know what we're gonna get, so you know, I'll insert it on the screen, whatever. But this is just an example of me not caring, going with the flow. It's like 80% of the time I make meals from home, and then every now and then I go and get stuff out. I don't get takeaway all the time because it's cheaper to make it from home, and I also love cooking, but every now and then it's just good to eat whatever. I'm sitting under the air conditioner right now because I'm just trying to cool down. It is a sauna. I just want to get into my last little bit of advice, and it is that food restriction often happens because it's only what you're thinking about. Whereas if you can have other things going for you and other more exciting things happening in your life which you care about more, it's going to be less likely you're spending all of your time focusing on food. It's not necessarily a distraction or like a band-aid to cover up the issue. Obviously take on board my other advice and work on appreciating your body for how it is, wanting to feel yourself and making sure you're genuinely healthy. But you also want to be able to have other things in your life than just health and fitness, because before I didn't, and now I have a lot going on. That's why I just never really think about food anymore. Spend a lot more time with your friends if you can, or you can even spend more time with yourself and just work on yourself. Have at-home spa days, self-care sessions, do work, start up something new, try a new sport, get creative, do some DIY stuff, decorate, clean, do something else which you'll enjoy. When you have lots of fun, exciting things going in your life, you're not going to want to think about food, and It'll take time, but trust me, you will move on and you will hopefully realize you are your #1 priority in life, and making sure you're healthy, not just physically but also mentally. And you need to be able to trust that you can eat whatever you want every now and then and also have healthy foods. You will be fine. So yeah, I'm sorry this advice has been a bit of a mess. It's kind of a bit hard to like word out of my brain, but hopefully some of this has made sense. It's a bit of a hard topic to talk about because it was only like at the start of this year kind of thing where I kind of felt more balanced and happy and healthy with where I'm at. Of course, we all have the up and down days. Some days I feel better than others. I hope you guys were able to take something out of this video, and I really hope and challenge you guys to make some more steps in looking after your mental health and just being able to live your life more without worrying about food all the time. I'm really proud of you if you even watch this video, because you're making a step in helping yourself. And yeah, as I said before, always feel free to send me a message. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe, all of that jazz, and I'll see you all in my next video.